Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And as you guys saw in the last video, we did get the rear end kind of put together other than the brakes. So let's go ahead and finish up those brakes and get those back tires on and be done completely with that back end. And let's move on to the front. Let's go. Time to go to work. All right, caliper number 1, caliper number 2. Let's go ahead and put them in their home. Don't know how much of this you guys are gonna be able to see. It's just kind of awkward place to be filming, but let's throw them on, be done with this back end. Brand new brake pads, let's go. Okay, I got it in there and this thing was awful. I just forgot how much I hate doing the rear calipers. Look, I did scratch it. That stinks. I'll touch it up. It's not really a good view. Kind of right there. You can see the edges. So I did not collapse the piston in the back. And so in the rear of the Humvees, they rotate in. So I just, dude, slipped my mind. And you know what? Paid for it. I should have done collapse the piston before you paint them. That way you wouldn't have to run into this issue from scratching it all up. And I do not have that tool, so I just use a pair of channel locks. And it has to have pressure pushing down on the piston while you're turning it at the same time to collapse the piston. Not an easy task on the rear of the Humvee. All right, so I got the passenger rear completely installed. I'm just gonna torque down the nuts that hold on the axle shaft or the half shaft, and this side will be done. We'll move on to the other after a break. Now, this was more involved than you think. The rears are always worse. The fronts, piece of cake. They're just like normal calipers. Rears, a little more difficult. Also, this is how shops get away from charging you literally an arm and a leg if you took your Humvee to a regular shop to do a brake job. This is why. It's actually pretty involved, but they really do overcharge a ton. Also, the flange bolts for the half shafts are torqued down to 57 foot-pounds. Okay, hey, the brakes are in, finally. They're not fun, I'm just telling you right. Just the rears, they're really a pain, but you'll get them done. It's not that bad. They're just a pain. But brand new brake lines, old new stock here, both sides. I got these off eBay. They are brand new, check them out. Let's put this is the last piece for the rear end. I can't wait. Other than these little bolts I gotta go get, where I took those little mounts off or whatever. I am gonna get new hardware. They're right here. So there's two little L brackets, I guess you would say, but they're on the back side back here. And if you take those off, you have much greater access to the rotor. So that's a good little point. Let me show you real quick. They're these little guys. So they were painted black with the Humvee, but I was like, you know what? I'll give them a little shoot. But see, they're little L brackets. But if you take these off, they're kind of gross anyway. If you take them off, much greater access to the calipers. So let's go ahead and put these brake lines on. got the brake lines installed, but the brake line itself needs to be secured at 2 points. One right here and one right here. I'll show you in just a second. But I did buy brand new tie downs from, I just got all these at Lowe's. They have all different sizes. This is pretty big for this, but I don't know. I might even use a smaller one actually now that I look at it. But use 2 of these, bolt it down. One goes right here, one goes there. It keeps this off of the rotor. I'll show you. So here's my brand new line. I put the clip in right here. That's what keeps this sturdy. And then you bolt the line down to the caliper right down there. I went down from underneath to do that. But if you don't secure this line, it sits here and rubs the rotor, which in turn will destroy your brake system and leave you without the brakes. So there's 2 points that this gets tied down to. One's right there, and the other one is this little tab right there. It's got a hole in it. So just run these around the line and then bolt them down. Okay, brakes are done on the rear. All new lines, everything's torqued down. Let's go ahead to the other side over there and go ahead and crank down those ball joints and we can throw these tires on. So you guys remember this. This is the vent line that we replaced the hoses on a couple videos ago. It's all labeled up, but it must go on there before any kind of tires can go in there because we got to hook up the vents. All right, let's go ahead and get this vent line back on the Humvee. Let's go. Now that the majority of the back is put together here, let's put on the brake protectors. You know, we got 4 that go on the back. Here's our bolts. Let's put them on. Now that the brand new hardware I just went and grabbed, that goes back there on the back, those 4 bolts on the bottom that hold that bracket is for the or the brake protectors. So now that those are back on, let's go ahead and put the brake protectors back on. All right, got a package I've been waiting on. Yes, more powder coating, guys. Now, finish this thing up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that'll do it. Okay, guys, steering box, check it out. It's painted, looks good, got new bolts. Let's go ahead and put it on there. Here we go. Time to do some parts. All right, so we got parts baking in the oven. Let's go ahead and come over here and put the shocks together since we got those parts powder coated. All right, front shocks. And they're gonna go right here. So this part, I know it's dark in here, guys. I got the door shut. Just powder coated this last night. Looks amazing. So we'll cut this open and get this shot together. So I just looked back at the photos and the bolt does go from the bottom side with the correct way that this is facing. Let's put it on there. We got done parts. Oh, yes, we do. I think they're gonna need one more little coat. I'm gonna check them in just a second. A little hot. Boom, all tightened up. Let's go. Driver's side front. We just put the driver spring in. I mean, just put it in, it's still powder. So in the meantime, let's go and get that passenger front shock on. Last one. Looks good. Let's put it on. Well, I paid attention to where the numbers are. There's numbers on each one of these brackets. And that's kind of how I know exactly which way those are facing. That way you got to keep this angle. I'm telling you, that angle's worth it. And I paid attention to which side the bolts go in. They're opposites per side. Boom. It's done. There it is. Let's keep moving towards our goal. You ready for this? Oh my goodness. That thing is glass. Better look right here. Dude, this might be my best piece that I've done yet. And that was 2 coats. And I outgassed it first just by heating the actual part up. Then on about 200 degrees. Take it out, let it sit for just a minute. Go ahead and put 1 coat on there, but it's just never gonna get it all. I just can't get it done in 1 coat, it seems like. But man, that second coat, you don't do anything between coats. You just pull it right back out. I take it right back down there and powder it some more. And then put it right back in the oven. I don't spray it on there when it's boiling hot still, but just let it cool down just a little bit and then hit it again. And that's the results. That looks absolutely beautiful. There you go. Old, or what it used to look like. What it looks like now. This one is the passenger front. That's the last spring that I got to do. Yes. So I need you guys' input on this. See this old armor? And in the beginning, when I first got the Humvee, if you want to go back and look at those videos, when I first got it, it has metal plates all over it. Like they definitely put some armor on this thing on the fly. Cut it. I mean, you can tell this stuff, cut with a plasma cutter or whatever and just threw it on there. But should I keep this? Yes or no? So we got these one on top of the step sides right there. And also these down here. This longer piece that was inside of the tailgate, but on the sides, not the tailgate itself, but the sides. Let me know if I should keep that or get rid of it. I don't really, I'm starting to lean against getting rid of it. I mean, it's pretty bad on the backside. Check this out. So there you go. It's really pitted. I mean, they can be saved. This is just a big old piece of diamond plate. But just let me know if you think I should get rid of this stuff or keep it. And just let you know, if I do get rid of these diamond plates, there's going to be a mammoth hole where the rear seatbelt mount used to sit. If you don't remember, back on the rear fenders of the Humvee, they're cut all up. And there's holes all in them from being drilled. So if I don't keep these, I'm going to have to probably do some serious repairing there or just get new fenders. Might be the easiest thing to do. But let me know. So with all that being said about the diamond plates, that's going to be a wrap for today's video, guys. I really appreciate you watching. Thanks for all the comments you guys are giving me. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button too. We're getting ready to move on to the front of this thing, and hopefully we can get it on all fours as soon as possible. But just keep those notifications on. Let's go. We're going to build this thing up until it's 100%. It just might take me a while because it's just me, pretty much. But I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.